day everyone, gawi-gawi sa Aldao Kandatakuamin. My name is Chine Henzer and welcome to our virtual tour of my home province, the Mountain Province, the heart of the Cordillera region in northern Luzon, Philippines. If you look here on Google Earth, the Mountain Province is right in the middle of Cordillera Administrative Region. It's surrounded by Kalinga and Abra to the north, Ifugao to the south, and Ilocos Sur to the west, and Isabela, of course, to the east. Its capital is Bontoc, which serves as the province's cultural and commercial center. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, Mountain Province has an approximate population of 157,000 people living among its 10 municipalities. Now, if you're coming from Manila, the travel time by land is around 10 to 12 hours, depending on the traffic and weather conditions, of course. The fastest route is usually via Cannon Road or Marcos Highway, passing through Baguio City, then continuing towards Sabangan, and finally to Bontoc. It's a long journey, but as many travelers say, the road to Mountain Province is a destination itself, filled with winding views of pine trees, rice terraces, and mountain valleys. For today's virtual experience, we'll explore 3 destinations that truly capture the spirit of Mountain Province: Sumaguing Cave in Sagada, Bontoc Museum, and the Maligcong Rice Terraces. Now let's start our adventure in Sagada, one of the most famous tourist towns in the province. As you can see on Google Earth, Sagada is surrounded by mountain ranges blanketed with pine trees. Among its many tourist attractions is the Sumaguing Cave, also known as the Big Cave. Sumaguing Cave is a must-visit for adventure seekers. Inside, you'll find fascinating limestone formations carved naturally by water over thousands of years. Local guides often point out formations that look like animals or objects. There's a turtle, an elephant, and even one they call the chocolate cake. The cave is divided into sections with slippery rocks and pools of cold water, so exploring it requires both courage and teamwork. But once you're inside, you'll be amazed at how nature has sculpted such a breathtaking masterpiece underground. For locals, Sumaguing Cave isn't just a tourist spot. It's a reminder of beauty that patience and time can create. Now let's move on to Bontoc Museum, located right in the capital town. On Google Earth, you can see how Bontoc sits in a valley surrounded by majestic mountains, a perfect balance between nature and community life. The Bontoc Museum was founded by Sister Basil Gequiere, a Belgian missionary who worked in the province for decades. Her goal was to preserve the rich heritage of the Cordilleran tribe, especially the Bontoc and Ifugao people. The museum displays traditional artifacts such as hunting tools, woven clothing, pottery, and photographs that date back to the early 1900s. It also has a model village outside, complete with native houses called fale or fale, which represents the architectural style of the Bontoc tribe. What makes this museum so meaningful is that it's not only about preserving objects, but also about honoring identity. It reminds us that culture is not something to be forgotten, but celebrated and passed on. For visitors, even a quick stop here gives a powerful glimpse into the life, customs, and resilience of the highland people. For our final stop, we'll visit one of the most breathtaking landscapes in the Cordillera, the Maligcong Rice Terraces. Just a few kilometers away from Bontoc town proper, the village of Maligcong is known for its quiet charm and incredible views. On Google Earth, you can zoom into the terraces, beautifully hugging the mountainsides, forming patterns that look almost like green stairways to the sky. The terraces were built by the ancestors of the villagers hundreds of years ago, entirely by hand. Each layer represents the hard work and devotion of farmers who have maintained this land for generations, of course. And if you visit in the early morning, you'll witness a sea of clouds gently covering the terraces, a magical sight that photographers love. If you like, you can hike to Mount Kopapoy. You'll get a panoramic view that's truly unforgettable. So, beyond their beauty, the Maligcong Rice Terraces symbolize harmony between humans and nature. The locals plant, harvest, and celebrate the rhythm of the land, a tradition that continues to thrive even in modern times. Here, peace is not just seen, it is felt. And that brings us to the end of our tour through the Mountain Province, a land of adventure, heritage, and natural wonder. From the mysterious Sumaguing Cave of Sagada to the cultural treasures inside the Bontoc Museum and the breathtaking Maligcong Rice Terraces, we've seen how this province captures the heart of the highlands. Though it's tucked away in the mountains, Mountain Province remains one of the most authentic destinations here in the Philippines, where nature and tradition exist in perfect balance. Thank you so much for joining me in this virtual tour journey. I hope this short tour inspires you to explore the beauty of Mountain Province in person one day. Once again, I am Chine Henzer, and it's been my pleasure to be your guide. Until next time, and see you in the Highlands.